is up, you guys? Hopefully, you can hear me. Let me know if audio and video is okay. Honeybee, hello. Let me know if audio and video is good. Sorry about the lag. It isn't going to get the greatest service, but hopefully, somewhat okay. Perfect. I'll give it just a few minutes here. Obviously, haven't been live at all on YouTube in quite some time. So I just figured, well, it's a nice day out. I would jump on here with you guys. BB23, hello. Tim, hello. Daphnia, what you're going to want to feed is basically a premix. You can use active yeast. So you're going to want to prepare the active yeast according to the instructions. And then I like to alternate the diet for the Daphnia. So I use the instructions from the active yeast as well as my staple food for Daphnia over the years I've found actually works exceptionally well is organic wheatgrass. So if you Google organic wheatgrass, you can go to GNC, you can go to Amazon. Really no specific manufacturer, just as long as it's an organic wheatgrass. And then what I use is I use already conditioned water from an established aquarium, and I go ahead and just shake it up really well in a bottle. And then depending on how big your Daphnia culture is, then you can go ahead and the key with Daphnia for long-term success is make sure that the water is slightly cloudy. And as long as you maintain that, you may have to feed, once you get an established colony going, once or twice a day. So hopefully that helps you out there. Frank, how you doing, buddy? Yep, spirulina also is one I've talked about quite some time back when I was actually doing video. But yeah, you can also use spirulina. I recommend whatever prepared food that you're using. Spirulina is the one I used in a powder form just by putting it on top. The go-to one, the one I would recommend, is going to be the ones I just mentioned, either the organic wheatgrass or the active yeast. So either one of those, what I would recommend that you do is go ahead and prepare those by, like I said, putting them in some sort of bottle, shake it up, and then put it in the fridge. Make sure it stays cold. Tim, what temperatures do you keep orange layer? So most of your killifish, when you're talking more of your, the majority of them, even your annual killies, so when you're talking your non-annuals and semi-annuals, specifically that species, I would recommend between 68 and 72, no higher, if you want long-term success. So if you guys can see behind me, anybody that's active in the chat, feel free to go ahead and share it out if you guys would like. And yeah, so that's kind of a landmark here in this specific spot, but let me know if you have any idea at all. And I do apologize if the video or audio isn't the greatest. It's the specific location that we are. Doesn't get the greatest service. So considering I haven't been on here quite some time, obviously I'm not in the fish room. We do upload, again, that's not frequent right now, it's just really busy with everything that everybody is dealing with throughout the world, as you guys can imagine. So my focus is obviously on family, the business aspect of it, the fish room. We are running over 115 active indoor systems. That doesn't include our 20 or so outdoor tubs that we utilize during the late spring into the fall months. Lots of breeding projects, any of our livestock availability. Right now we're not shipping this week, and we won't be shipping livestock. It'll actually be in a couple of weeks. We'll go back and we'll start sending out livestock. So I appreciate anybody that's been ordering. We've been keeping steady with that, so that's amazing to see, especially in these times. So we definitely appreciate it. Mark, how you doing, buddy? Water Wizard, how you doing? So I think we have a guest here from the Water Wizard. So let me walk over here a little bit more. Even if you don't know this specific landmark is what I'm going to refer to it as. If you can tell me where I'm at, that's what I'm looking at more specifically. So a little bit better shot there. Heather, hello. Mike, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I should have had the orientation. Sorry. I should have had the camera the other flipped. Let's see. Heather, hello. Good to see you live. Hope you and the family. Yes, you as well. I appreciate it. Definitely have been super busy. A lot has changed, obviously, as many of you guys know. Definitely much respect to a lot of you guys, as most of us here. I've been around in the community since 2015 and started putting out content at the end of 2016. So I have seen a lot of changes on the YouTube platform. And not all those changes I necessarily agree with, but we can agree to disagree. And seeing a lot of, haven't really paid much attention, in all honesty, just very limited time with the YouTube, but definitely miss the community. Haven't forgot about any of you guys. So we, as I was saying a little bit ago, we are uploading over on Instagram and on Facebook as well. So you guys can definitely check out either one of those if you want. Feel like it's been longer than 5 years. Oh, I know. It's been a long time. I mean, when I say active in the community, obviously, as most of us, I mean, with the whole YouTube, we've been around on, into the YouTubes, I guess you could say. I'm going to try to move over here. It's starting to get a little bit windy. Just bear with me a second. I'm trying not to get a lot of the public in the background. I just like to respect that. Let's see. There we go. That's a good spot. So I'll let you guys know here before I conclude, but any guesses of where we are? I'll flip the camera around here in a second. I'll give you guys another hint. But what I can tell you, if anybody knows our place of residence, in the state that is, this is a pretty big spot growing up in this state, I don't want to say it yet because that might be too obvious. Let's see. Meyer Gardens, it is not. Can't hear the second gumming on the grassy knoll. Let's see. Here, I'll flip it around. I'm just waiting for a couple of people here to move. So, how's everybody been doing in their fish keeping endeavors? Hope everybody has been doing well. for you guys. Anthony's Fish, hello. You want to bring some white clouds? Yeah. So your Pteronictes albubes. So there's different variations, obviously, of your white clouds, but those are really easy one to spawn. Simple egg depositing type species. Actually, I just did. If you guys wanted to, you're more welcome to check it out. I went in a little bit more detail on how we go about, more focused on mop spawners, but it's not just spawning mops. Kind of the process of breeding and hatching out. What I have found through the years successful. Again, everybody has their own little methods. But we did that over on Facebook. Actually, I did it through our local aquarium club, which is the Grand Valley Aquarium Club. And you should be able to check it on the Sergeant Tank LLC business page. Yes. Actually, I know it for a fact it's still on there. Water hyacinth, yep. Yeah, outdoor, another one that very easy to sex as well. Another one that you can do once I get to appropriate maturity, pretty easily to obtain, readily available. That's your Celestial Pearl Daniel. Those are one that we do, and I have over the years. They do phenomenally well, at least in our climate. Set it and forget it. Then I do harvest throughout the summer. And what I mean by that is I do obtain offspring, and I do bring them in, and there's different reasons for it. But you can just leave them out there, pretty much set it and forget it. And if you want to feed, obviously anytime you feed fish in general, I mean, that oftentimes is going to induce spawning. But I have found just by simply sitting and forgetting it, works the best, at least in our climate. So, but yeah, there's a lot of great free spawners, egg depositors, that kind of thing that do really well outdoors. Let's see. Chevy Fish, hello. Anthony's Fish, how you doing? All right. We got Brandon in the house. How you doing, buddy? Morris Slater moved away from all the fish and started doing reptiles. Right on, man. You know, I love reptiles too. Yep. I had lizards and stuff years ago. I would like to eventually down the road. Just right now, running what we're doing, I'm just, obviously that's my focus right now. So, but. So Mike got it right. I would say he did have being in the same state. So yes, Mike is correct. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. So we are in Mackinac Island right now in the great state of Michigan. So. Heard people saying, yeah, the thumbs up. It really doesn't much. The main thing, obviously, with YouTube, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time, I have not stayed out of just knowing, obviously, having a YouTube channel. It's not a huge YouTube channel by any means, but obviously there's enough of a following where I do want to stay in, obviously, the know on what's going on. But yeah, we all get complacent. I'm definitely be the first one to say guilty of that. I popped on here sporadically. You know, this is maybe in the last year and a half now. Maybe the fourth time I popped on YouTube. And none of those videos are even active anymore. So But yeah, just got busy with um, the family and all of that. But hopefully at some point I can, once things get back to somewhat of a normal trend, we're able to get back and start doing some video again. But yeah, I mean, the likes obviously are appreciative, but I try not to focus on that too much. But it's definitely a beautiful day. They're actually calling, I don't want to jinx myself, but it's actually pretty amazing out there. Calling for about a 20-30% chance of rain. When we came over to the island this morning early, it looked like it was going to rain, but yeah, we're fortunate. That definitely it's held off. So Honeybee said everyone needs a break from social media. Yeah, I don't know, about a year and a half. Yeah, so, but I have been staying in contact with individuals throughout the community. But yeah, so like I said, I definitely have missed it. It is a grind, that is for sure. I mean, I was kicking out, as some of you guys might be aware. I mean, I was doing a lot of live streams. That's more or less what built my channel, and what I enjoy doing. Then I just, you do definitely get burned out with it. We got Pam in the house. How are you? So the kids have been getting big. I know any of you guys have been following. I don't really bring family in on things too often. I try to been pretty reserved with that, but all the kids and everything are getting big, and everybody's doing well. So let's see. Just bear with me, you guys. I'm just scrolling through the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. But what do you guys got going on? Anything exciting? Obviously what I enjoy about the hobby is clearly, obviously, breeding fish. It's what we've been doing direct to consumer since 2007. I can't believe it's been that long. Used to do more wholesaling, kind of behind the scenes, and then started dealing more direct to consumer since, probably active more. I mean, we always have been doing that since 2007, but more active probably in about the last 4 years, especially after starting the website. So looking good at, yes, thank you. Definitely, anybody that followed before knows majority of my background. Won't focus too much on that, like I said, but I appreciate it. So definitely have ups and downs, but it much better than a lot of you guys seen in the past. I'll just leave it at that. We're hoping for some Medaka rice fish to breed in one of our tubs. That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm waiting for once Dave gets some available. Then I just seen him like maybe 2 weeks ago or so, and I believe he has that species. And then once he gets some available for me, he's gonna give me the hookups, because my favorite to work with, what I've been working with over the years and I've done video on, kind of got it down to a science. One of our more requested species I wish more people would do was the Eresius wahre, which is your Daisy's blue rice fish. So, but I would still say that's probably my favorite out of the Eresius. But right now we're working with not as much killifish. I did just acquire some more, which are all lineage I've kept in the past. But focus more on, majority of this stuff is rare type live bears, rainbow fish, a lot of peacock gudgeons. They're one of our favorites. I am starting to get more shrimp in, and then once we get back, I do plan on here at some point this summer I will be acquiring, getting more shrimp in. That's really what kicked things and reintroduced me in my drive back into the hobby back in late 2006. Again, 2007 was actually from George Shrimp. So, yeah. We do have the Neocaridina devidae. They actually have about 80 to 90% of the gene, which is really nice. It's a yellow golden back. Really neat lineage. We do have some orange variant of Neocaridina, but those won't be ready to offer. I like to build up colonies, for about a year or so. So those probably won't be ready to offer until the first of next year. That is correct, Brandon. Yes. Heather loves, yes. One of my favorite nano fish in general. I mean, they're not challenging. They're pretty hardy. They're not difficult at all to breed. Once you get down, the only challenge is just you got to figure out what works for you. We test out a lot of different methods when it comes to, before I even offer anything publication-wise, or if that's through video. We do have a blog post. I have only released, I want to say 2 or 3 articles on our website, but I do need it. Again, it's just, I don't like to use the excuse that we've been busy, but it has been pretty crazy, especially obviously with the kids being out of school now, obviously the summer. So hopefully things will start transitioning here in our state back to somewhat normal trends. And then if the kids, right now they're talking, once they transition back into school, then that will open up more time. So I hope to be able to, because I just don't want to put out content. This is a little bit different, just hanging out. We're just taking a break right now anyway, so I wanted to jump on here. But I would like to start actually putting out some video for you guys. See. Yeah, the golden backs are nice. They, for the most part, I mean, like I said, that's why we classify them as 80 to 90%, because you can't guarantee that every one of the offspring. But there's so many generations in at this point that any deterioration, for lack of better terms, in the genetic lineage would more or less show up. It's always good to add new bloodline into it. But our objective is to get in more, some of my ones I know people enjoy, that I enjoy, like your snowballs, some really nice strains of blues, even going back to the basics of like your red. I missed dealing with also Caridina, but our fishery was just too, even in the winter time, they're not very much more challenging to breed once you understand the overall parameters. But with that being said, they just don't fare well, because I want to keep those guys about 67, 68 sustained, and there's just no way feasible without setting up an entire room designated to them, and just don't have the room for it. But Caridinas are also great. Let's see. I think looks like Venonsky Tanks is in the house. Thank you so much, Honeybee. I appreciate it. You as well. Hope hope everybody is well. I will be hopping off here in just a minute anyways. So thanks again, Mike, if you're still on here. I definitely appreciate it. It was great catching up with you just a couple weeks ago, checking out your setup. So any last minute questions, you guys? Daryl Deemer in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice seeing you. Give it just a couple of minutes because there's probably some lag here in the chat. Yeah, show you guys again. It's a beautiful day. We'll take it up to the 30-minute mark. We're at 27 minutes. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll flip you guys around here. Oh, hold on just a second. GVAC have any auctions? We're taking it month by month right now. Yeah, the board is taking it month by month. We have to do what's in the best interest, as you're aware. I don't know at this point. I can't say for certain. We hope to, but obviously safety is of biggest concern. Doesn't mean I have to agree, as many of us. As you can see, you know, face masks are required here. I'm not going to go into that rant, but obviously I'm well far away from anybody. So, and yes, we do have face masks. We go into public places and that kind of stuff. But let's see. I think I missed a question here. Blue Galeris Achilles, the spawn. Those are ones I really haven't worked with much, and it's been years. I know you can use a mop, and other individuals have used some sort of soil. What I would recommend anytime you're using, if you're going to create, and what I mean by that is probably like a mix of like a peat moss. The problem is I found a lot of the eggs, not just with killifish, is they will acidify. So you got to find some type of medium that you're going to be using for a spawning medium. I'm not talking spawning mops. I'm talking like make your own little tray or a dish. A lot of videos, a lot of tutorials out there. It's kind of hard to explain. That's the way I used to do it. And then I would recommend, you can also use a mop in conjunction with that, give them a couple of different opportunities as far as spawning sites. And they'll do, you know, they'll do the spawning within that medium. And going back to what I was saying before I completely lose my train of thought, is be careful in the type of medium that you're using. So if you use something that's too acidified or too acidic, it can cause, you know, the eggs to essentially acidify and just basically become completely dissolve themselves. The other thing is, if you have something that's too hard, it could do the opposite and cause calcification effect, where you think everything's going good with the eggs during the incubation phase, and then all of a sudden you realize that they're not hatching out appropriately. So that's something also to keep in mind. So you want to find the overall right pH for the eggs themselves. But you can check with Lucas. I know LRB has done lots with those, much more experience than what I would be with that specific species. And I know that he could give you much better guidance if you're looking at something hard that is work. Like I said, it's not really one that I personally enjoy working with, but that's just a couple of ideas. But like I said, if you want something more set in stone, I would definitely reach out to Lucas. He'll give you a better idea, or maybe even somebody here in chat. John Gonzalez with the super chat with the fudge fun. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll definitely have to get some fudge. for sure. But I appreciate you guys hopping on here. I definitely do, especially impromptu. And I know when notifications going on YouTube, I'll leave this stream up for a while. And hopefully the video and the audio, I'll leave it up. Usually I don't. I just, end up taking them down after it's done. But we'll leave it up. Just let people know that we are still here. Everybody's doing fine. Just been busy. So hope everybody's been well throughout the community. Again, try to stay in contact. Have with a few individuals, but I know I'm not the only one. But probably one of the few that have taken the hiatus, like I said, for like a year and a half. So eventually, I gotta keep building up suspense. I don't like to make promises that I can't keep. So thanks so much. I appreciate it, buddy. I need to still get down to your guys' place and check it out. And then have you guys up at some point too, once things settle down. So, yeah, much love, you guys. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for the support, the super chats. I definitely do appreciate it. And those will go towards the Fudge Fund. So, hope everybody makes it a great rest of your week. And yeah, let me know after this is uploaded if you have any questions. You can also reach me through, if there's something that you have a question about on our website or whatever the case might be, you can also reach out through our contact on the website. All that stuff is linked in our videos after they upload. So DG's tanks, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So again, you guys, hope everybody stays well, and we will talk to you guys on the next one. Now, figure out how to end it.